Hi, my name's Trudie. I'm one of the team here at iCuba and also one of the vloggers. This week's vlog is all about being a Flexi Buddy. What that means, the difference between a Flexi Buddy and a contracted buddy, and I'll be giving you my pros and my cons. So stay tuned to the end of the vlog where I'll give you my pros and my cons. So why did I choose to become a Flexi Buddy? So I've worked for iCuba for about 9 months now. And I started it because I was travelling. I needed some income, but I didn't want to be tied down to certain hours, especially as I was moving from country to country. iCuba's Flexi contract was brilliant for me. It meant I had the freedom to have the different hours, the different days I wanted, and I wasn't restricted. What made iCuba stand out for me is that they had their flexible contract. Not many other companies offered this. And also it meant I didn't have to teach a minimum amount of hours a week, which was great when I had those weeks where I was constantly on the move. Because I was travelling, it also meant that I had to check internet speeds, I would have different time zones, which meant that I couldn't always guarantee a certain day or a certain hour that I would teach. It also meant I had the days to explore, and often I'd end up working in the evening, which was perfect. The Flexi contract worked particularly well when I was in Australia and when I was in Borneo. It was great that I had the days, and then I'd make sure I had time for dinner, but also time then to teach and earn a bit of money to carry on with my travels. Because I was making my own schedule and working the days and hours I wanted to work, it also meant I didn't have to worry when it came to booking flights. I didn't have to pick certain days. Instead, I could look for myself and think when I wanted to go, or even pick the cheapest day because it was the cheapest flight. Perfect. Being on a flexible contract means that you can change your schedule to suit your needs, which means that when you update your schedule weekly, you can also change this at any time. Obviously, unless you have any bookings go in, then you can't change it, or you will incur a fee. So, I'm about to show you how I book in my weekly schedule around my timetable. Here it is.
So once you've logged in, you will see your iCuba homepage. You go over to Session Manager, and in Session Manager you will click on Timesheet Manager. This is where I update all my times, just the same for a contracted buddy. Now, whereas a contracted buddy will have to update the whole 2 weeks, for us Flexi Buddies you can kind of do a week at a time if need be. Whereas for us Flexi Buddies you can do a week at a time. Ideally it's good to do 2 weeks, but obviously you're Flexi, so you could just update the week. It's good practice, just like the contracted buddies, to try and update your timetable every Monday. Now you can see from mine that I'm actually doing mine on a Thursday, but that's only because I'm recording this to show you guys. So what I would do is click on the date I want to make a booking. So for example, I'm going to do mine for next week. I go to the day I want to work, Monday. So once you're into Timesheet Manager, there are 3 simple steps that you follow. First step is click over here on Update Available Time. And then you need to, number 2, put in the times that you are available. I'll be available from 7, half 7, 8, 8:30. Then step 3, click confirm, and a message will come up letting you know that your times have been saved. Once your times have been submitted, you'll see this little box pop up, and this will say schedule updated successfully, and you are all done. So what happens if you need to change your schedule? That's the beauty of being a Flexi. All you have to do is go into the day you want to change, and as long as you haven't got bookings, follow those 3 steps to change your schedule. So number 1, click update available time, change it appropriately. I can't do 8:30 anymore as I have a lunch meeting, so I need to leave early. And then that's number 2, change the times. Number 3, press confirm. And then when this pops up, I know that my times have been changed. Confirm.
Being on a Flexi contract does mean that you're less likely to get some regular buddies, because buddies often like that guarantee of days and hours that you can teach. But you will see the same faces pop up and up again, and you won't be short of work. Here's a few differences between being a Flexi and being contracted. Being on a Flexi contract means you're paid per session. So if a buddy cancels, you will receive a slightly reduced payment. However, if they miss a session, you still get paid, but again at a slightly reduced rate. Whereas for contracted buddies, they're paid per hour, even if the buddy doesn't turn up. Contracted buddies have the perk of being in the perk box reward scheme, which for Flexis, unfortunately you don't get access to. Flexi contracts, you have to submit a monthly invoice, whereas for the contracted buddies, they have to submit a weekly invoice. So I always think pros and cons are going to be different for different people in different situations. So these are my pros and my cons to being a flexi. So as a flexi, you're unable to work up as high as a contracted buddy would be along the pay scale. So the pay isn't as great as it could be as if you were contracted. And also if you're contracted, you get paid the whole amount, even if the buddy cancels. So that's one of my cons. As a flexi buddy, a pro for me, although you're not guaranteed bookings, is that you can make your own schedule and update your availability to your own convenience. Whereas for those contracted buddies, they have to update their availability every Monday between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Whereas we don't have to do that. Another pro for me as a flexi is that I have to submit a monthly invoice. And I send that on the last day of every month, which is really easy to do. Whereas those contracted buddies, they have to submit a weekly invoice. One of my biggest pros is the freedom of being a flexi. I never worry that I have to update my schedule. I never think, oh, I have to do this week and I have to do it on this day by these hours. I have lots of different jobs that I do, both online and some that aren't online. So this way I can really adapt to the needs of my life and also work when I want to work, which not many people can say. This one's kind of a mixed con and pro. So the con is that you're less likely to get regular buddies, but I often see familiar faces quite a lot and names pop up and I think I know who they are. So although you might not get a regular buddy, there is so much work to do and the company always have people that need to be taught. So you're likely to have lots of tasters, or even often they need buddies to cover other buddies. So you'll never be short of hours and never be short of teaching time. Another pro for me is that if you want to work 1 week and then don't want to work the next, you don't have to. So it's up to you when you want to work and how long you want to work for. So you can work anywhere between around 5 to 35 hours. So if you're in need of a fixed income each week or each month, I would definitely recommend becoming a contracted buddy. And Mark's vlog will be up and that'll be telling you all about being a contracted buddy, so that's definitely worth a watch. However, if you want the freedom to change your days and your hours, especially if you have quite a busy, hectic life, which is quite unpredictable, or if like me, you're traveling, then I would definitely go for flexi. It makes you feel much more relaxed and laid back and you aren't panicking about work. I absolutely love being a flexi buddy. It's really fitted in around my lifestyle, and even though at the moment I'm back in the UK, I don't have any plans to become a contracted buddy yet. I think my life is still very much on the go and I am changing constantly where I'm working, what I'm doing, what I'm pursuing. So this is perfect for me. And if you have any questions and would like to know how I balance it or how I make enough money to survive each month, then please do not hesitate to contact me. I really hope this has helped. So if you have any questions, please message a member of the team or feel free to contact me about any questions about being a flexi or how I can travel and teach. You can even find out a bit more about what it's like to travel and teach on my weekly blog. So have a look on our Facebook page and you'll see that on there. Each vlog is called The Travelling Teacher, and each week I tell you about the new place I visited, and at the bottom you'll find a little bit of information about what it's like to work there. I'll see you next time. Bye.